Good morning, Toby Johnson. I'm Omar, and it's First Things First period on Thursday, May 21st, 2020.
That means it's time for First Things First on TJTV. I'm Celine.
Students, make sure to take attendance for all of your classes today by going to Google Classroom and filling out the attendance form your teacher assigned you.
Be sure to fill out these attendance forms before noon.
If you haven't already, sign into Google Classroom. If you haven't already signed into Google Classroom, do that ASAP. Google Classroom is a way to communicate with your teachers and look at your assignments.
Also, always remember to frequently check Student View for updates from your teachers or administrators.
Happy National American Red Cross Founders Day. Today we celebrate Clara Barton, who had founded the American Red Cross in 1881 and was the first president of the organization.
The American Red Cross is a humanitarian organization that provides emergency assistance, disaster relief, and disaster preparedness education in the United States.
The headquarters is located in Washington, D.C., and the American Red Cross is hosted by volunteers. The American Red Cross was created by Clara Barton after helping wounded soldiers during the American Civil War.
She then traveled to Europe in 1869 to volunteer her time working with the Red Cross, and wanted to bring it to the States. You can observe this National Day by learning more facts online or by just saying thank you to all the nurses and doctors that work for the Red Cross, or any hospital.
Zoom is a great way to stay in touch with friends and family.
There are many fun group games you can play while on Zoom.
One of them is Codenames, which requires 4 or more players.
There are 2 teams, and each team tries to get their members to guess certain words by giving one-word clues.
Another game is called Things. You're given a topic, and each of you writes down a response. Then you guess who said what.
You can also play Scribble, which is essentially an online version of Pictionary.
Finally, Heads Up is an app where you choose a category, put your phone on your forehead, and everyone else acts out what the word of phrase is.
Have fun!
Since today's Thursday, that means more park updates.
Let's go to Ishan for an update on Johnson Park.
Today we're looking at Johnson Park. As you can see, the park is still closed. Stay home and stay safe, Jags.
Thanks, Ishan. We will have one more park update this term, and remember to stay inside.
Now, let's go to Celine to learn how we can support local restaurants during this time.
Restaurant owners have always been there for us. They've worked long hours, late nights, and even holidays away from their families, all to make sure that we are well fed. We certainly enjoy the delicious food that they put out for us. Everything from Chinese food, Mexican food, and all sorts of cuisine that you can imagine. We spend time with our family and enjoy these gatherings at local restaurants. Due to COVID-19, many of our favorite restaurants have been depending on delivery in order to keep their business alive. Some businesses are hanging on their last few threads, and we can certainly help out. Restaurant owners have worked hard to provide our community with great food and good times. Right now, it's our time to give back to the community. Why don't I give you a challenge? Order more food that you can eat at one sitting from a local restaurant. Then use the leftovers to make something of your own. You can share food with your family and enjoy the times that you missed when you were out eating at local restaurants. Even if you cannot purchase a lot, it would mean the whole world to support these local businesses as they have helped you. Especially during these times, it's the little things that matter. We can cooperate and lend each other a hand. If you are looking to support restaurants in your area, here are some that I recommend. If you are looking to enjoy a nice bowl of Pho Lotus on Bruceville Road is a great choice. Kebab Palace on Elk Grove Boulevard has great Afghan cuisine. Korean Barbecue on West Terran Court is still open for delivery. Elk Grove Donuts, located on Bruceville Road, has an amazing variety of options, and you can enjoy their sweet treats.
If you participate in this challenge, why not send a picture to TJTV Interactive so we can see your creations?
Now, let's see how to make a trifold flag.
How to fold what should be a flag, but today is a pillowcase because I don't own a flag. So we're going to fold it lengthwise, and we're going to do that twice, so it looks like a long rectangle. Okay, so right now we're going to fold it, or we're going to actually take it to the ground. Okay, so straighten it out, get your corners and stuff straightened out and lined up. Make sure it's not like it doesn't have air pockets or anything. And so as I'm being shown here, we're going to fold the flag at the corners. So before you do anything, hold your finger down on one of the corners. It can go left or right. So hold your finger down and fold the corner down so where it's almost symmetrical. It should look like a triangle, yeah. And then we're going to do that all the way down. So you'll fold that first fold down, and then you'll fold it to the other side, and you'll do the same thing until you reach the bottom. And all of this part of the video, and all of the video, is for today or next week, Memorial Day. Here are some fun facts in honor of Memorial Day. The first person to write the Rifleman's Creed was William H. Rupertus. The first Medal of Honor recipient was Jacob Parrott. The first person to invent the American flag was Betsy Ross. The first unknown guard to be buried at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia was Michael Joseph Blassie. The first guard to be buried who was known was William Henry Christman at Arlington National Cemetery. Thank you to all the service members who have served in the U.S. military for honor and responsibility. Take a moment to pause the video and read the Rifleman's Creed. Here is my brother, Josiah.
Remember to say thank you to people that worked for this country.
Today, we have some trivia for you.
The first question is, what year was the first model of the iPhone released?
We'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question.
The answer is 2007. Good job if you knew the answer to that.
The next question is, which country produces the most coffee in the world?
We will give you 5 more seconds to answer this question.
The answer is Brazil.
We have one last question for you today.
Which cartoon character lives in a pineapple under the sea?
We'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question.
The answer is SpongeBob SquarePants. Great job if you knew the answer to that.
And that's it for today's Trivia Triplet.
And that wraps it up for today's show.
Tune in tomorrow for more stories and information on
First Things First on TJTV.
I'm Celine, and thanks for watching.
And I'm Omar. Stay safe and healthy.